In today's video, I am going to be breaking down Josh Giddey and what makes him so dangerous when in game. This is going to be a video if you're looking to become a very good point guard that you will need to watch because this is going to blow your mind. So first we have Josh Giddey coming off of a dribble handoff and then denying a screen and attacking the basket, putting his man in jail, and then doing a quick spin move for a layup. This is absolutely crazy. So first off, after you get that dribble handoff here, there's a few things that you need to do. Obviously, you need to see what's happening. He's getting a staggered screen, but his defender is cutting him off. Anytime a defender tries to cut off the screen from happening, you need to attack back towards the basket. When you do this, this will allow you to be able to put your defender in jail. That basically means getting your shoulder in front of theirs, getting them essentially on your hip or back so that you can attack the basket. Now, he's actually really smart. He's trying to attack the big man. He wants to try and stay away from that one pass away help defender. When he does that, he's able to get separation from that main defender where now he can actually do a spin move, seal with that elbow on the back or elbow of that secondary defender so that he can then go for the layup. Now, the reason why he went for the reverse here and not for a floater in the middle was actually to use the net as a secondary defender against that help defender. So, because the mesh and the rim cannot be touched by that defender, if you can do a spin move off that man here, or when you're attacking a basket, what you can do is to try and get your back between the ball and your defender, and then using that mesh and basket as a secondary defender against that man, you can get some pretty easy baskets. We can actually see it really well here. When he spins off, you really want to seal with that elbow. That is really going to help you here. When you seal with that elbow, and then you've got your back between the ball and the man, and then you're using this rim as another defender so that he can't block you. He has to go in front of the rim. That allows you to go for a simple layup, and he's going to not be able to do anything. Josh Giddey is also very good at reading the floor. So when he's attacking the basket, he keeps his head up. Now let's watch this play over and see after the screen he attacks. He's got the center coming out on him, and then he's got some really smart teammates who cut to the basket back door for easy layups. Now this is not just something that was good that Josh Giddey did. He's able to attack and really look at the defenders, but anytime that you're attacking baseline, if you're one of these players out on the perimeter, you really need to see what your defender is doing. It's called reading and reacting. And if your defender is not looking at you, you need to get to a new area of the court to be able to be open. And here, he could have been attacking or at least cutting out this side for potentially a three. However, this player right here was extremely smart because he cut behind the man who's guarding him, who's looking at the ball. And by cutting behind the man who's guarding you, you can really get some easy baskets. And if you've got a point guard like Josh Giddey who attacks the basket with his head up, especially when you're attacking baseline, it gives you a whole new perspective of the floor. You can really find a lot of players cutting back door if they were to do so. So here we have Josh Giddey using a screen, but his man goes over the screen. What does that mean? You need to put him in jail right away. You need to cut to the basket, put him in jail. Here he does a quick hesitation, which backs up the help defender. He's able to do a ball fake, and with great footwork, he's able to go up for a hook shot. When you're coming off of a screen, I've said this many times before. After a screen, if your man is right behind you, you need to cut in quick. That will allow you to put your defender on your hip, and that puts him in jail. He can't do anything. This now puts you in a 2-on-1 situation with that center or whoever the hedging man is. Now here, Josh Giddey could have attacked Giannis, but Giannis is extremely athletic. You do not want to attack him. He's going to block you pretty much any time. That hesitation there will back up that hedging defender and will probably most cases will allow that main defender of yours to get back into position. But if you can do a ball fake or some kind of a pivot or shoulder fake, you can get some easy baskets. And this is an old school move. The one-hand ball fake, I don't know why people still go for it, but that's just a move that has worked for 40 years. I never understood what makes this move really work. I do it as well. It's it's just one of those moves. Again, an old man used to do this move to me all the darn time at the YMCA, and he's a really good guy, but it just bugged me like crazy because I used to also do the same thing on defense. Also, Josh Giddey's ability to make these lob passes is absolutely amazing, and we can see these backdoor cuts, or technically back screens, for a lot of the players in their games, and it really does work well. Generally, when you make these passes, that was almost a perfect pass. This player was not about to sky up much higher, but he is able to catch it right basically in front of the rim, essentially, and that was a perfectly placed pass, perfectly placed lob. It was literally right there, right at the rim, and there wasn't much that player had to do to be able to do that tip slam. I always tell my players, for the players who can dunk anyways, the players who are going to send lob passes, try to aim for the bottom of the backboard there. See, if he was to miss that ball would have flown out of bounds, which could have been fine if there was multiple other teams' players around the net. But if we had multiple players who were able to crash the boards, then hitting the back of the backboard could have bounced the ball back for a potential secondary option. However, again, you can't complain. That is literally a perfect pass for an alley-oop. And then there's times what we see here, and when we see passes like this, you just gotta admit that he has got some crazy court vision that nobody can really understand. Because to get a pass, one-hand pass, to get through two defenders with an outstretched arm, literally like no space between them, that is just absolutely beautiful. Players who can do that are going to be next level crazy players. We can see right here literally how much space he had, and he was able to hit that perfectly. We can actually see here how his court vision works, his basketball IQ. He has a defender here who is looking at Josh Giddey, and this wing player is cutting to the basket. He has a player who's on his heels. He's going to be able to get this pass. As long as he can hit that player perfectly on that cut, he's going to be able to get an easy basket. However, he started this pass right here. He picked up that ball right there, looking literally right at that player, knowing what he's about to do. Notice that he started to cut to the basket, and he just picked up his dribble right at that time. He knew exactly what he needed to do, and that was a perfectly placed pass. That all started. He was looking over there and picked up the ball right as soon as that player started to cut. The amount of basketball IQ and court vision that Josh Giddey has is absolutely ridiculous. I hope that this video helps you become a better basketball player and a better point guard. If it does, hit that like button, subscribe, let us know how you think down in the description below, and I'll see you guys again next time, down in the comment section below. I'll see you guys next time.